You know, I wore this hairband because I thought it would be cute, and objectively, yeah, it is. But now that I'm looking myself in the viewfinder, I'm like, what the heck is going on with my hair? And now I'm like, yeah, I really made some choices today getting dressed. But you know what? Anyways, we're here. But hi, welcome back. It has been a while for me sitting down here to film a video, to chat with you guys. I have been traveling for the past 3 weeks. I got back, I think like 5 days ago, maybe 6, no, like 5 days ago, after traveling for 3 weeks. To give a little bit of a quick breakdown, I traveled with my partner to France and then Spain and then Italy. One of my best friends was getting married in France. Spent the weekend up there, had the wedding, and then flew on Sunday to Madrid. We spent about 4 days or something like that in Madrid, a really short weekend in Valencia, and then another like 4 days in Barcelona. And then we flew from Barcelona to Milan, Italy, and got a rental car to drive like 2 hours-ish to Lake Garda, which is where we spent the remainder of our time, which was another maybe like 9-ish days, 8 days. And the entire trip was a lot of fun. It was exhausting, but it was a lot of fun. It was physically taxing. I documented and I vlogged the most of the trip, and so you'll see when I post it the physical toll it took on my body. But I got a sore throat that developed into a runny nose. For some reason, I think like a blood vessel popped in my eye, and so I had a bloody eye, which made me look really scary. And then I started developing a rash on my leg, which I attributed to heat and stress. Yeah, and then all of that cleared up around the time we got to Italy, but then at the very end my rash started coming back. But yeah, overall it was a great time. But to get into the reason why we're here, the reason for this video, I went fabric shopping while I was in Spain, pretty much. So all of the fabrics I've gotten are from fabric shops in Madrid and Barcelona. So this will be kind of a breakdown of the fabric shopping experience in Spain specifically, but then also more specifically Madrid and Barcelona. I didn't want to just get more stuff and just buy and consume. So I really didn't get anything at all. I wanted to be intentional with my purchases, and I remember watching a YouTube video, I think from a British YouTuber named Lena Norms. I've mentioned her once before on this channel, but she said when she travels, she likes to get fabric so that she could then make something from it. So I decided to do the same with this trip, especially now that I have actually gotten into sewing, and it is something that I can actually do, with some caveats, with a lot of caveats, because I am still very much in the beginner phase. But I wanted to explore the fabric shopping scene, I suppose, in Spain, and check it out and find some cute fabrics that I could take home and make something out of them, so those could be my souvenirs from my travels. Yes, yes. Both in Madrid and Spain, all of the fabric stores are kind of close together. They're kind of lumped together, so you don't have to travel very far to get to each one. I found 2 major fabric store chains, and I went into both locations in Madrid and Barcelona for these 2 chains. One is called Julian Lopez, and then the other is called, I really don't know how to pronounce this one. It's called Ribes, sorry, let me say this in the accent, Ribes y Casals. I don't know. Those stores, being chains, are the biggest. They'll have the most options. It was so much fun going into those stores. But anyways, to actually get into the fabric haul. So we went to Madrid first, and I found But I found the store Julian Lopez first. I didn't know at the time that it was a chain, but as soon as I walked into the store, I was like, oh, this is like a whole new experience. This is amazing. I both vlogged and I uploaded a short about my fabric shopping experience. While I was there, didn't really know exactly what I was looking for. I found this cute cherry printed cotton fabric that was, and I saved my receipts so we could go through these prices together also to give you an idea. This one was, oh, here we go, 24 euros and 65 cents for 1 meter, and I did get 1 meter. I love it. Personally, I think it's so cute. I think because I was spending so much time in there just perusing, and all of the staff members in that particular Madrid store were so nice, but I personally felt like I was spending way too much time in there. I was like, okay, I just need to get something and go. And so I kind of impulsively chose this particular cherry fabric, but you know what? Even when I was asking the guy to cut it, he was like, oh, this is super cute. And I was like, yeah, I know, that's why I chose it. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with this fabric. I want to make some kind of dress, I think. But anyway, this, yeah, was the first fabric I got, this cherry printed cotton from Julian Lopez, Madrid. Next, we're going in chronological order here. Right next door to the Julian Lopez store in Madrid, there is a much smaller and what looked like to be independently run fabric shop, much more modest, much smaller, and with only, again, who I assume is the shop owner. He seemed a little wary of me, not gonna lie. He seemed a little bit suspicious. I don't know if it was because I'm Asian or he's just like, okay, tourist, probably doesn't speak Spanish, gonna be a little bit on edge. And that part I understand. But then I started speaking to him in Spanish, tried to show him, okay, we can communicate, you don't need to be so on edge, and then he kind of loosened up a bit. I wasn't initially going to buy anything from this store. There just weren't as many options, to be completely honest. However, in the pre-cut fabrics section, which I think was also on sale, I found this adorable tan bunny printed cotton fabric, which for this amount was only 5 euros. Yeah, so 1 meter, which is like 1 yard, for 5 euros. Not bad. I want to make something for my niece with this. She was born in the year of the rabbit, hence the bunny print. But yeah, I want to make either some kind of matching top and shorts or pants set, or a cute little like smock pinafore dress. So I'm really happy with this. Again, kind of got this. This is one of the last fabrics I saw, and I, again, kind of just got it on a whim. I was like, oh, bunnies, cute. Only 5 euros, even better. So I got it. Plus, I wanted to support independent business, you know what I'm saying? And then it was on to Barcelona. So again, when I got there, I went into the Julian Lopez store first. This time I had something specific in mind. I have been wanting for a long time now a red gingham fabric to make a red gingham summer dress. I had zero luck at Joann's. Cut to Barcelona, I was like, okay, this is probably the best chance I have at finding a red gingham fabric. And boy, did I. I was really spoiled for choice, actually, to be completely honest. At fabric stores of, I don't know, this magnitude, I guess, or being a chain, they have so many more options. And so they had so many colors of gingham, different size checkers. And so I got just the classic, like, picnic table red in the small checkered print size. But yeah, I got this. I got 1.5 meters of this. And how much was this? This was, I don't know why I'm studying this so hard. It says 19 euros and 43 cents. So basically 20 euros on 1.5 meters of fabric. I was just trying to do the math. Okay, if 1.5 meters is 20 euros, what was 1 meter? I don't feel like doing the math right now. But anyway, yeah, so I got 1.5 meters of this red gingham fabric because I want to make a cute little mini dress out of it. I have Pinterest inspiration saved already. It has been saved and I was just waiting for the opportunity to get the fabric. So here we go. After that, I went into the Ribes y Casals, and there I found a section of their cottons that were on sale, I think. So of their selections in that specific section, all of those cotton fabrics were 1 meter for 5 euros. And so I really spent all of my time perusing that specific section, and I found 2 and I got 1 meter of each. So my total ended up being basically like 10 euros. The first one that caught my eye was this cute white one with this, it's not really checkered, but it has little squares with fruit in it. I don't know what about this caught my eye. It has grapes and watermelons and blackberries and bananas and strawberries and raspberries. I don't know why I was drawn to this fabric because it just seems so random and strange, but I think that's why I liked it, because it is random and strange and quirky. I want to make some kind of matching set with this. Again, I want to make like a matching top and maybe skirt, or a matching top and shorts set. I think that would be really cute. For some reason, I don't know why, but it gives me very Las Vegas vibes. Like, I think these squares remind me of the squares that come up on the roulette games. Do you know what I'm talking about? You know, all those pictures in the squares that come up. I don't know why, but this reminds me of like Caesar's Palace or something like that in Las Vegas. But yeah, I'm super excited about this. I think it's really cute, and I think, you know, if I make it well, it would turn out to be a cute matching set. But then moving on, the second fabric I got, this one kind of caught my eye at the last second. I saw this fabric. This is like a very, very pale butter yellow, but then also not butter yellow. This is like an even more pale version of butter yellow. And it's kind of like this brocade. It has this really faint embroidered pattern on it. Now, I normally avoid yellow. I don't think I look good in yellow, or it's just so hard. However, when I saw this, at first I thought it was like a really pigmented cream, but then as I got closer I realized no, it's just like a really light pale yellow. And I thought, okay, this might be light enough that I can make this work with my skin tone. And I have some inspiration pictures saved on Pinterest that I would like to try to make out of this fabric. And it was only 5 euros for 1 meter. So it's like, I can make a whole garment out of this, and even if I don't end up liking it, it was 5 euros. I'll figure something out. And then the last store I went to was, I will simply just put the name of the store here. I was then able to find at this next store this blue flag patterned viscose fabric for, what was it? 2.50, €2.50, and I think this is also a full meter of fabric. And even if it's not, which I think it is, $2.50 for this much fabric for me to make a whole garment out of this is a really good deal. And again, because it was so cheap, because I thought it was so cute, I was like, okay, let me just pick it up. It's $2.50. Do I know what I'm gonna do with it? No. So if you have any ideas or if you have any ideas for literally any of the other fabrics that I've gotten besides the bunny one, because I know what I want to do with this one. But yeah, if you have any ideas on what to make with any of these fabrics, really, I am all ears. I am taking suggestions, comments open down below. In any case, that's my fabric haul. Yeah, so in the end, I got 6 different fabrics. I'm really excited to start working with these, to start creating garments with these. I think it's gonna be so much fun. As if I already don't have a whole drawer and multiple other bolts of fabrics that I panic bought during the Joann's closing down sales to work with and make something out of those. I now have 6 more fabrics to add to my growing collection. But anyways, that is all for me. It's so good to be back. I am still in the middle of trying to get all of my footage from my travels together, to edit it, to get it up. So don't hold your breath, because you'll be holding your breath for a very long time. And I think I'm going to spread it out too. I don't want to just dump it all. But yeah, keep an eye out for all of those too, just in general. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for spending this time with me, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.